The head of the FBI says Hillary Clinton was careless but not criminal in her handling of her private email servers. So how did the mainstream media spin that?
The FBI decision that could have derailed a campaign. The FBI director's scathing words, calling Hillary Clinton's email extremely careless. But did she dodge a bullet?
Hillary Clinton got some very welcome news today from the head of the FBI.
This was the biggest day of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign since she locked up the Democratic nomination.
Well, that's some of the stuff on TV last night. Joining us now to sort it all out from the Media Research Center, Dan Joseph. Dan, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
You know, we just heard the guy over at NBC say Hillary Clinton got some welcome news. Hillary Clinton got some really bad news. Essentially, the director of the FBI laid out an attack ad that the Republicans can use against her, that she was careless in handling our nation's secrets. And yet, that's not how the mainstream media spun it.
Yes, this is a perfect example of what we at the Media Research Center call bias by omission. Now, the liberal media doesn't always lie. They don't always skew the facts. Sometimes they just leave the most important part of the story out, and that's how they help their preferred candidates. And like you said, the director of the FBI spent 14 minutes absolutely destroying Hillary Clinton's credibility. But the media spent they spent their focus on the 1 minute where she was exonerated and where they were not going to press charges. And let's face facts, that's not even really a news story. I think we all knew deep down inside that even if Hillary Clinton had been caught on videotape delivering a folder full of top secret documents to the steps of the Chinese embassy, that Loretta Lynch was never going to prosecute her. They didn't focus on the real story. The fix was in.
All right, Dan, let's take a listen to another example. This was on MSNBC, a political editor for NBC. Take a listen.
Sure.
The sort of notion that the system is rigged, really hard for anybody to agree to that after you see what James Comey just did and how clearly and nonpartisan he took this matter.
What was your reaction?
My reaction was that I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to take issue with Comey. That's for lawyers to do. What I am going to say is, though, that the media is rigged. And the media rigging this story is really what makes the difference, because they are complicit. They took a story that should have been all about the fact that the presumptive Democratic nominee has been caught in lie after lie. She deleted emails from her server. She said she did not delete any top secret emails from her server. She didn't have she didn't have just one device. She had more than one device. These were all lies, and they are complicit in the Democratic nominee of the party, a woman who wants to be president, getting away with it. And that's what really happened here. The media was rigged. It wasn't necessarily Comey who was rigged.
Well, let's talk about that in this context. Look at this with us from CNN and then react. Watch this clip with us.
President Obama there, an exuberant President Obama, as he just said then, fired up and ready to go, recalling that campaign chant from 8 years ago. This, though, in support of Hillary Clinton. Patty, if I could go to you first. Certainly a fired up, pumped up President Obama there.
Fired up, pumped up. Is that the emotion of the day?
I think so. I think that panel seemed pretty pumped up and exuberant about the fact that they were seeing two of their heroes live on screen, and that was going to completely wash away the story that James Comey had just broke earlier.
Yeah. You know what? And Dan, before you go, this just depicts the double standard in the media. You know, when you look at Donald Trump and you talk about Trump University or those things that the mainstream media harps on all the time, and then you look at Hillary Clinton, 4 Americans dead that we know of in Benghazi, and now she's careless with national secrets. It's not even close.
You're going to see Hillary Clinton's going to give a speech about some of Donald Trump's alleged scandals today, and you can watch, and if you watch MSNBC or CNN, I don't necessarily recommend it, you are going to see the double standard live in action.
All right. Thanks, he's from the Media Research Center. Dan Joseph, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, guys.